Hey guys, this is Tobal, and we are back playing X Rebirth. I believe this is on episode 4 now, and last we left off, we were trying to finish off uh, a mission that's kind of an introduction to this DLC. So it's the map out the area mission, basically. So I think right now, I looked into a little bit, I try to avoid any big spoilers, but it does look like there's some areas that are kind of further out from the main sector that you start in. So there might be some items kind of floating around here. So I'd like to wait till we get SETA or SETA, which is the kind of the fast travel sort of thing, the time compression. And we can get that from picking up some random stuff around the world. Let's take a look at our inventory here. Okay, so right here, once we have everything we need, we actually can craft it. So it looks like we just need to keep running around until we pick up a interface unit and a programmable field array. So it's actually kind of cool. I didn't know you could make your own items of this stuff. So this is kind of cool to find, and I do hope they keep that as moving forward with X4. So at the moment, I think what we're going to do is put this mission on hold because there is no end time for the mission for exploring this area, and I think I'm going to do a couple transports, possibly even going back to Albion and back to Albion to continue basically getting our income. And I think since I'm going to be trying to do a lot of trading, and a lot of people enjoy trading in the X series anyways, I would like to before launch, at least later this week, I would like to get a freighter going and hopefully set up a space station. I'd say that's a win if we can get that up before the end of the week and before X4 releases. Even though it's going to change a couple of things, I do think it's going to have some of the same systems in it, just maybe a little bit better managed. One thing that I've not talked about yet was I know they're adding kind of a central map, like a really powerful 3D map that you're going to be able to do most of your building from, which is pretty awesome. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to do that from any ship or from your home base, so to speak. But, you know, more on that as we get the info or as it just gets launched. This person deliver transport. Super cheap transports here. I think I'm going to go ahead and just make a run back to Ode Monumenti. This will be a great spot for SETA because it just accelerates the time, makes you not have to sit here and wait for recharging your boosters whenever they go out. I'm going to check real quick, and there is a binding flight assist. Oh, that is what I wanted on. Okay. I probably just unbound Z on accident from something important, I'm sure. Okay. What I was curious about is if you boost to the maximum, does it retain your... The heck was that? If it retains your forward momentum at maximum speed, or if you kind of scrub off speed a little bit. Huh. I've never seen this before. Alright, let's switch weapons so we don't have the OP weapon on. Oh my gosh, shoot its locks? Okay. This is nuts. What?
Cargo secured and hold.
Whiskey, gemstones, microorganism, cartography units, stasis chambers. That's awesome. I don't think I even saw that. There wasn't even on a scan or anything. It just was floating around in space. Alright, so let's boost ourselves up. Let's turn flight assist off. Boost ourselves up to max speed. Okay, so it does feel like we've slowed down even if we have flight assist off. Flight assist basically keeps your ship always moving forward, I believe. So it's kind of useful to turn this off occasionally if you need to. If you need having to do a stern chase or someone's chasing you from behind, you can increase the distance from, say, their squad or their other flights while still defending yourself a bit. Alright, so we're going to jump on through.
Entering longest reign.
And we'll go ahead and jump all the way back to, let's check the bulletin board real quick, in case there's any good missions to take back to Albion proper. Doesn't look like it. Lots of kill missions. I mean, we got a better, a more powerful weapon now. I'm just curious of what, you know, if it's enough here to do some of these missions or not. We'll take on a couple of kill missions once we get back to Albion. And where am I looking for a jump gate? Where are we at? Jump gate, right there. Okay. It's behind, oh gosh. A little worried that was going to take us somewhere else. So we'll jump back to Albion, take a look at some missions, try to make some more money. And at some point, we'll check in with a crafter who can make stations, or not make stations, on a station, who can make capital ships. Let's see if we can do that right now while we're speeding in here. So we're looking for a specialist. It would be a capital ship dealer is what we're looking for. So this area just doesn't have one in range, or they don't have one at all. Let's speed in here and take a look at some of these stations real quick.
Calibrating HUD. Module information retrieved. Resetting HUD and scanners. Scanner deactivated.
I'm a fan of the tilde menu a lot more, so I do hope they stick with the old kind of something to activate the menu and the number system, because you can get used to, you know, if we want to go into station scan, tilde 11.
Calibrating HUD.
Once we're done, tilde 11.
Resetting HUD and scanners.
So if you start to memorize and do a lot of repetitive things, like you're always going to the bulletin boards, it would make life a little bit faster for you. Xenon is hitting a station right now. I don't want the Xenon per se. Protection. This only says hard. Let's take a look at...
You do know that overconfidence gets pilots like you killed. That's the deal. Are you up for it?
Talk to the ambassador, transported the ambassador. Oh, that's fascinating. So it's like you have to scout the area first, come back.
Okay, but only because you assure me you can do it.
Yeah. Lots of confidence here. Alright, so we'll switch over. We've got a lot of missiles too. I've not been paying attention to what missiles we've been picking up. Let's take a look at weapons. These are all weapons. Oh, we have these installed? Huh. This just must come with the weapon by default. Can we see our... So it doesn't tell us what missiles... Like, I'd like to look at the missiles in greater depth, basically. Perfect. So the max damage one is the Nova drones. We have 2 of those. Capital ships and stations. So Meteorite is unguided, Hellbuster is heavy guided. So real quick, let's take a look at... The Hellbuster has a death symbol on it. I thought the symbols were possibly telling you if the missile is tracked or lock on or not. This is like a swarmer, it looks like. Kind of. I wish there was one standardized symbol for whether or not the item is a tracked or untracked weapon. feel a little guilty. Just a slight amount of guilt for that. Alright, so we are in the process of scouting for this mission for our frontier. We're not going to... Okay, so that's no longer... Disable guidance on that. Fly to that. Fly to periodic blasting. Talk to the ambassador. Transport the ambassador to the meeting. Oh, well if it's transporting directly in the ship, I think we have a better time of it than escorting some random person's ship that is of its own independent control. Because sometimes the AI flies things into walls or flies things into station. It gets really awkward. Yeah, no problem.
It's been secured in storage.
We just get a bunch of jump drive components, scrap metal components. There's another red thing over here. What's this?
Object information added to ship computer database.
Now shut up, Betty.
That's 33k out, so it's pretty far away from the station there. So won't mess with that just yet. Okay, so all we have to do is patrol. Switch the map over to... I wonder if you can zoom out the mini-map. That's a quick settings check. Let's see. Yeah, the surface element targeting doesn't work either. I wonder if I can change this to something like a simple numlock command. For some reason, well, that's the wrong button. Let's see, previous target, next target, page down. Probably page up is what it was. So next surface element, previous surface element. And that's basically if you are trying to target a capital ship's weapons or something like that. A couple things I didn't know about is we can turn the HUD off completely. Container magnet we don't need because we have a mod that takes everything, picks it all up. I didn't see anything about zooming, just toggling the radar mode. Toggling radar mode. Autopilot target lock is a POV on a joystick. And again, I'm not doing a joystick right now, but I definitely do plan to probably do that when I wind up. Oh, that's just the front HUD. If I do a lot of fighter combat in X4 Foundations, I definitely will bring my old flight stick in to do that. So all we're doing is patrolling and looking for Fred? Okay, so here we go. Inertial hammer, star flash. We'll keep the Sunstalkers because I think the Sunstalkers are lock-ons. Of course, as I immediately go off of it. Try to get a bit out of their combat window to hit them from behind here. It didn't. It is tracking. Okay. Oh yeah, the damage on the hammer is quite impressive. Shift E, by the way, is a shortcut for nearest enemy. Let's see. Wow, they all melted. Alrighty. So fly to a different area now. Oh god, I hope it doesn't expect me to destroy the big ship. Okay, this is fine. This looks like a little bit bigger. 25% hull, so it's already pretty well damaged. It looks like kind of a bigger frigate almost. So we'll try. Oh, it's gonna melt anyways, I think. Oh, don't make us fight the big ship, you jerk. Okay. So, what missile did they say? Before we get too close, let's take a look at our property. Albion Skunk. Details. The damage is Nova Drone, followed by Hellbuster, which we don't have much of. It is interesting that you can get pretty close into a lot of these big ships. It's just a matter of staying right tucked in normally behind the engines. There's no weapon mounts back there, so they normally can't get to you. This also is, yeah, this is a Marauder ship. I don't know if we're going to be able to destroy it by any means, but if we get it close enough and we can kite it close enough to the big station, we might have better luck. There's also a chance that it'll launch fighters, so yeah, I'm hitting the numlock commands for the surface target. It looks like those just don't switch over. So it looks like there's a couple of... Holy shit. So it is getting hit by something else. We'll go ahead and join in the fray here. You can see on the little mini thing on the right, we're getting struck. We are. Let's tuck in a little bit. It's so hard to see. We'll tuck up in here just a bit. Make sure we're not getting attacked by anything. We'll peek out. And tuck back in. It's a little silly that that's doable. In theory, a big ship like this would have fighters to protect it, but that's all good. We will launch a Hellbuster here, see how much damage it does. So that engine's about to go down. That engine's down. A couple thrusters we can knock out here. It's helping us with the glow of the brightness. The nice thing is also if you've overheated one weapon, you can swap over to the next one. Alright, so she's dead in the water. It's still sitting at 2% shield. And not much else. I wonder how much these Nova drones do. I don't want to waste it until the shield is completely down for sure. Alright, who else is joining in the fight? I hope it's a big ship. Not so much. Alright, so we're going to try to take out some of these. We'll specifically try to target correctly. There we go. Sometimes there's critical systems underneath, like this. Almost look like a shield Jenny. This is a force projector. Force field projector. We'll destroy that. We're getting hit by something. There it is. Tuck along here. Okay, that's gone. So I'm gonna back up just a bit and try to get some distance to make sure our missiles can lock on or just hit it. Let's try a Nova drone, see what happens. What the shit was that? That's hilarious. So the Nova drone is manually targeted. God, that's funny. Let's try to shoot it out to the side. This is insane. That's so cool. Ugh. That might have been a mistake going past it. Or if we have a fuel or range indicator. I sincerely hope that the Albion Skunk is not just getting toasted while we're sitting here, turning around. It's funny. God, the range on this is outstanding. Oh, sad day. All that. Let's move over to, I think it was the Hellbuster is another powerful one. Oh, she's down to already 15%. Just launch one missile, 10. So, back up way, back up here.
Cargo secured and home.
We'll watch our shields just to see if the explosion actually does any damage here. Up in the upper right hand corner. I love the destruction physics. I mean, I kind of wish it literally would send parts everywhere. It's pretty unrealistic. Here's the second follow-up. Terrifying. Okay, awesome. No damage. It counted for the mission, even though we barely scratched the surface of the ship. Oh, it's this Destroyer Tyrannus. Thank you, friend. Thank you, friend. Continue on our way here. Take a look at what we picked up. Again, I'm somewhat of a fan of the mod that picks everything up around you. It's definitely useful. I just hate to get the illegal things that you can never ever get rid of. So all we need now, it looks like, is a programmable field array, and I'm missing my exit. Once we find that, we will have the SETA drive ready to go, which will be convenient. Will let us explore just a bit more. I'm curious too if we upgrade our sensors, because I think we have the standard sensor package right now on the ship. Ship status. General info. So we have a 20k range on the scanner. So yeah, so in theory, if we wind up getting a much more stronger sensor, we'll be able to see items farther out. So, wouldn't be a bad upgrade. We probably can afford it. I think we also wanted to check on... Nope, no capital ship dealers here in range either. Now again, I don't know if this... You can't tell until you scan a station or not. So,
Calibrating
for
HUD.
fun, we didn't have any ship... Oh, we already had this guy. You found a mission officer. Looks like we had already scanned this at some point.
Resetting HUD and scanners.
Scanner deactivated.
License brokers are interesting because I believe you can get new licenses that let you... relation levels. Doesn't really tell you... Oh, okay, so it lets you haul certain things. Gain membership to the Heart of Albion Defense. And the rest of these look like they're just kind of special cargo. So you have to have minimal relations to buy hazard or to transport hazardous materials to get that license. Interesting stuff. One thing that I've not really gone into at all is trade values and kind of the prices that everything has. I think that's going to be something that we have to save for, because I've not even explored it. And I know there's trade agents on every station, so in theory, what the game used to have you do was you had to go into, I believe you had to land on the station and sweet talk someone with a mini game or maybe just talking to them and ask them basically would they be your, oh shit, pardon me, and they'd ask them if you're they could be your, I guess, your point of contact for price info. And now I think you can just find I think anyone at all you can talk to and just calm them and say, hey, I want you to give me trade. Oh, apparently that costs 80,000 to do that. Well, boo on me for doing that. Let's see, recruiting, hire Marines for boarding parties, secure munition. Recruit from Albion Skunk. So we can hire some different people here. curious. Let's try to hire a crew next time we're in a station, and we'll see if what they do. Might increase efficiency or help you targeting. I don't know. I thought you always had to be in the Albion Skunk, so I don't know why there's a pilot, basically for hire.
Sinister poem.
So that's something we can take a look at here. Take a look at who's in the range here. Ship services. There's again no capital ship dealers. Let's go scan the station.
Calibrating HUD.
You can use this as a test. So right now we don't have any capital ship dealers in the vicinity. We'll let this go.
Resetting HUD and scanners.
And
Deactivated.
do we have? Nope, no difference there. So this would be obviously Marines that can board another ship. Let's talk to an engineer.
Don't walk past. I have everything you need here.
Show me your skills, please.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Your skills are questionable. What if we just want to hire you? Hire fee, including travel expense, final balance. Sure.
You got me. Warts and all.
Magical. I think, okay, so there's a little green icon. Here he comes. This is so cool. I love what they did with this part. When you're trading sometimes, and when you're hiring someone. They just board your ship.
Up back here.
Rude. I think while we're doing this, we can. I love that you could just stop mid-flight. I wonder, I mean, dude, you just sit in the back as you're a pilot, but I'm stuck. I seem to be stuck. That doesn't terribly surprise me. Goodness. Oh, EcoSoft. Nope. I should be able to get back to. Let's see. Toggle radar, external view, flight assist, return to cockpit. Okay. That didn't go over well. No idea what that guy can do for us. I wonder if we can calm him. That's the personal statistics. Oops. That's the overall inventory. Albion Skunk details. Can we check out our crew? I was really hoping you could. None. Weapons are there. That is a bummer. I've also seen a message about your crew leveling up. Like we've had the girl next to us. I don't even remember her name from the story, but she levels up, I think, because I had a message about it, and I don't think we do. Autopilot on, show galaxy map. I can't literally talk to this guy in my back hold here. I mean, what would a pilot do? Other than pilot, I mean, that I know that's a silly question, but
Show me your skills, please.
I'm afraid to hire a pilot. I don't know what it's going to do to the the ship. If it's just going to kick us out or not. Alright. We'll get back to our little mission here.
Entering periodic blasting.
I think we've already covered most of our needs here. I think we've done step 1, so we have to basically transport them now, which is going to be a lot easier and faster.
This is the Albion Skunk.
Requesting permission
So,
to dock.
oh, we are like stuck right now. Oh, well, that's no good. I literally can't move. I wonder if I did anything different here. Shift H, I pressed that once. Let's see if I accidentally... I want to say it's this icon is different than I'm used to. Yeah, that is all bound right. Down, jump. So it's almost like no controls are working at all on the station, which is unfortunate. Alright, so I think what I'll do then, because we've encountered one of those fun bugs, is, I know it's a bit of, it's about 30 minutes or so. So we'll go ahead and put a cut in here. I will save the game and reload. And we will, hopefully, at some point... Oh, we can talk to our engineer.
Yes.
Great job.
Show me your skills, please.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and save it here and be back in just a bit.